If you're looking to move to Little Rock, this location might be the best location that you need to look into. I'm going to give you every inch of detail that you need to learn about Hillcrest in this one video. What's going on, guys? This is Cody with eXp Realty here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you about Hillcrest and what is in Hillcrest. Without further ado, let's waste no time. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the video if you want more valuable information like these. Be sure to check out my social medias, and if you need a real estate agent who's going to help you relocate to this area, be sure to contact me down in the description below. So let's jump right into it. So Hillcrest, what makes Hillcrest incredibly, a great location, especially if you're looking to relocate to Little Rock? For one, I can tell you from, my personal experience, because I grew up around Hillcrest. One is the community is still alive, especially if you realize, in today's age, a lot of people don't really go outside. You don't really find a lot of active communities, especially in Arkansas. And what makes Hillcrest so valuable is that it's historic district. It's active communities. It's almost no neighbors, no neighbors. Everybody knows everybody. On top of that, you have one of the top UAMS medical universities in Arkansas. You're also close to everything. It's like Heights, but we can get Heights to another video. That's literally a separate video in itself. But overall, what I'm trying to say is that Hillcrest is one of those active communities that especially if you're looking for, a community that you want to get to know, you want to get to know your neighbors, you actually, you're a medical student, you want to actually be closer to your medical university, especially if you're looking to go to UAMS. Hillcrest is one of the top communities that I personally recommend, not only as a real estate agent, but as a person in general, because I grew up in this community, and we're going to get to that later in the video on the schools that you should be aware of, especially if you have kids. And if you are looking to relocate, you want to know what the school system is like, what schools are nearby, what are the best schools. Now, if you want further detail on what the Heights and Hillcrest and all other communities that you're looking to move into, especially if you're a family or a retiree, I just posted a video last week on the best communities for retirees and families. Be sure to check that video out. But moving on, for some of the families, here are the huge school, reasons that, you're probably looking into. Number one, you have Pulaski Heights Middle School. Now, Pulaski Heights is one of the top middle schools that is in Little Rock currently as of right now. I actually went to this middle school when, about 7 or 8 years ago. So I personally grew up in Pulaski Heights Middle School. It's a cool middle school for me. I wasn't, enjoying the middle school life as a kid, but if I had to, if once I have a child and I have to choose a middle school, I would take them there, because it's just far more advanced than other middle schools that is currently in Little Rock. Now, you're probably saying, oh, my kid's not in middle school. What is the best elementary school? Other than, Western Hills Elementary, which is, we're not even talking about that community. That's all the way in, Southwest Little Rock. But you have Forest Park Elementary. Now, I, never been to this elementary, but I heard good things about it. I have an auntie who takes her kid to Forest Park, and she said it's a great location, especially if your kids is starting elementary this year. If your kids are not in elementary or they're not in middle school, they're in high school, another school that I recommend is Catholic High. Now, funny story, before I even, finished my high school year at Little Rock Central High School, I was actually deciding to go to Catholic High because not only because, the school is one of the top schools, but, for baseball reasons. But, I'm not going to get into that because, I'm leaving baseball in the past. I didn't make it. So, I'm glad what I'm doing right now as a real estate agent. But, Catholic High is one of the top high schools, especially team-wise, sports team-wise. So if you're looking for a school, or, your kid wants to go and, become a professional sports player, those are the schools that prospects are looking for, especially in the Hillcrest area. And then other than that, you have access to other private schools as well. Now, you're probably wondering, Cody, what's the cost of living here? Like how much does it cost to live here? What's the average price point? And that is a great question that you probably already have, because I love talking about price points, especially in communities like these. Average price point in Hillcrest is roughly between $300,000 to $600,000, depending on the size of the home that you currently are, looking for. Now, don't let this number scare you, because not all homes are starting at the $300,000 price point. The average price point in Hillcrest is actually between about almost $200,000, so they're super affordable. So depending on if you want new construction or if you want, more square footage, of course it's going to bring you more money. Average homes in Hillcrest, especially because I have a listing that we're going to be talking about, it's in the $200,000 mark. You're probably asking, Cody, why is it so expensive? Why, for these tiny homes. Why is there so much? Because there's a lot of demand in Hillcrest and Heights too. Because not only is it in an historic district, value holds, especially in Hillcrest, because there's so much value that is around that area. Like I mentioned, a lot of times you have UAMS for medical students. You have a lot of these homemade businesses close to schools. You're close to private schools. And if you move closer to the Heights, you actually be closer to the Arkansas River, Kamek Village. So you're close to all of these amenities, which is going to certainty hold your value. So that's why Hillcrest is above the price point. Next, let's get into the lifestyle. What's the lifestyle like in Hillcrest? Like I always mention every, Heights and Hillcrest video, I always like to mention there's a lot of coffee shops, there's a lot of homemade shops, there's a lot of family-owned businesses, there's a lot of things to do, there's a lot of cafes to get into. Now, this is more into the Heights, but in the Hillcrest area, it's like its own small city. You can pop into bookstores, walk your dog in Allsup Park. You can have brunch at the Pantry or CO Basi, or you can grab coffee at the Malo Coffee Co. There's a lot of family-owned businesses that you have a lot of access to. So now that I got the amenities and all the stuff out the way, let's talk about my current listing that's in Hillcrest already. 605 South Oak Street. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square foot home that's for sale for $274,999. So if you are looking to relocate to the area, be sure to check the link in the description of the listing and be sure to contact me down in the description below. Like I said, it's a fairly new flip, so if you're a medical student looking to be seconds away from UAMS, or if you're a family looking to relocate to Hillcrest, be sure to check that listing out. Be sure to contact me in the description below if you want more info. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this short video of what it's like to live in Hillcrest, what the amenities are like, and if it's a great lifestyle for you to pick. Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe. If you want more informational videos like these, be sure to follow on my social medias. Be sure to contact me down in the description below if you need a buyer's agent who's going to be active looking for you in this community. And without further ado, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Let's get it.